Gaston-Pifer, and I'm going to show you how to do two tais front carries that are off-center. This is a really great option for small twins. I'm going to start with the Catbird Baby tais. It has this really nice feature. It has an elastic at the bottom of the panel, and I'm going to use this elastic to narrow the body of the panel. I'm going to just poke the two ends here, the two waistband tails, through the elastic. And what this does is it narrows the body so that your baby can be legs out, which helps to anchor baby while they are in your carrier. Okay, so you can see this just narrows my carrier right down. Do you see how narrow that is? Okay, so now, before we put our tais on, let's figure out where on our body our baby should go. So I'm going to grab Castor here, and I'm going to be putting Castor on my left-hand side. This is my non-dominant side, so I like to get baby put on my non-dominant side, and so that it's easier to work with my dominant arm. So when you wear a baby in your front, they're going to be sort of nestled in between your bosom. But when you're putting two babies off center, they're sort of going to be nestled around each breast. And so I'm going to move Castor here over. I'm going to lift my breast so that I know that his knees are going to be below my breast and that he's going to be able to be flush against me. I also want to make sure that whenever I'm going to put him on, that he won't knock me with little Pollux, my other sweet baby. So this is where my waist straps are going to go on my body, so that this is where he will sit. Alright, so I'm going to take and put the colorful panel toward me. I'm going to wear this like it's an apron. I'm going to put it right here because this is where his legs were going to stick out. When I tie my knot, I'm going to tie it toward the back of me, off center as well, so that I don't have knots on top of each other. Okay. Now, in order to set up for Pollux, I'm going to go ahead and put his tais in place as well. Castor and Pollux are identical twins who are the same size, so he's going to fit me at the same place. For the second carrier, I have a Babyhawk tais, and it does not come with the cool elastic, but I have an elastic hairband, and I'm going to just thread these waist straps through the elastic headband and onto the bottom of the panel, and it's going to hold the panel into a narrowed space as well. And again, the colorful part goes against my body, and I'm going to put it off center here. I'm just going to go ahead and go over the waist strap of the Catbird Baby. And again, I'm going to tie off center so that it's easier to discern where all of my knots are. And as you can see, I have carriers of two different colors. That also helps to discern what carrier you're working with. Okay, one thing that it's helpful to do, and I'm going to do this now that I have all of these straps here together, is to prep everything so that you're not tripping over them when you start to pick up baby. So I'm going to start with the last carrier that I'm going to use first, and then I'm going to move over to the first carrier. So this is my second baby carrier. This strap is going to go around me, around behind, over my shoulder, but behind me. So over my shoulder and behind me. And this strap needs to go underneath first baby. So we're going to go ahead and bring it through here. And we're going to tuck it right under the body of the carrier. And this will help to allow you to get this carrier on more easily. This is one of my tricks. Okay, and then with the second one, I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck it right in under the waist straps too, so I'm not tripping over all the straps. And this one, just like I would a normal front Maytai carry, I'm gonna just tuck the strap in and tuck the strap in over here as well. And this just makes it so that I'm not stepping on straps and trying to drop myself and my babies. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab Castor and we're gonna put him on my front. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put Castor on my body where the panel would come up. He's going to be toward the outside of my breast. While I support his head and upper back and will have him flush against my body, I'm going to reach underneath the panel and I'm just going to smooth it up over his body. Ooh, and I'm going to have to start over because the panel is too tall. I think we'll go with this, and if it's too tall, we'll talk about that. Okay, so I have him here. I'm going to go ahead and pull my strap out, put it on here, and put this strap over my shoulder as well. I'm going to reach underneath all the straps. Make sure you're reaching underneath the gray strap. I'm going to pull down. When I pull down, I'm pulling straight down. And this is getting the carrier closer to my body. And I'm going to come around through all these straps, collect it, bring it down through my gray strap. And again, I'm here, I've got him supported. Now, this other strap, I'm going to go ahead and hold here. I'm going to reach behind. I'm going to pull straight down to get him exactly where I want him on my body. And then I'm going to pull it through. I'm going to take and do a single knot. I'm going to stand up straight. I'm going to inhale so that we can get a nice tight fit. And tighten my single knot, and now I'm going to do my second knot. So I have a double knot, and I'm just going to I'm just going to push this down underneath his legs so that I don't lose my tightening. Okay, now we are going to add pullets to my second side here. Now, this baby is secure, and I'm going to go grab pullets. Okay, so I have him out here. This is my dominant arm, and this is why I wanted to do my dominant arm second. So I'm going to put pullets on my body. I'm going to arrange myself. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off of my, up over by my neck so that I have more reach with my left arm. I'm going to reach around and pull him toward me and support him. And I'm going to just get his leg out over here. And his leg out over here. And I'm going to get my strap undone there. And so I'm going to support him with my left arm and use my dominant arm to put the carrier up over his body. Okay. And again, this is connected underneath of Castor. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to thread this second one underneath the first one to get a more flush fit to your body. You can start to go ahead and move this back to the outside of your shoulder so that it's not right against your neck, and to give this one some room to go through. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten this this one that I have going through first because I want it to be as tight as possible. And to do that, I'm going to reach behind me and I'm going to pull down on it, and the carrier at the same will go up, and then I'm going to feed it through and just feed it through. Do you see how that fed through there? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull on my second strap. And see, I'm pulling straight down. And again, I'm coming around to the front here. And I'm going to do my single knot. Inhale, stand up straight, and inhale. This gives you better posture and hurts your back less if you stand up straight first. And have a knot. I'm going to pull it down below so that I don't lose all that tightening that I did. Okay, now, how do I get all this off my neck? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring the outside edges out, and then we're going to stand up straight and pull these out too. Okay, so the outside ones, the outside shoulder pads are going to be toward the outside of your body. The inside shoulder pads will be toward the inside of your neck. You can twist them a little bit to give your neck some room. Twist them to the outside as they're coming through. Both babies are secure. Now, one thing that I want to point out, do you see how the carrier is up at the top of this baby's head? This is really too tall for baby. So what I should do instead is do a roll of the carrier one time in order to make the panel a little bit shorter for him so that I can see his airway, because we always want to be able to see baby's airways. We want to have a view of their nose, and a view of their mouth. And even if they're pressed against your body and they're sort of a baby who won't show you their nose and your mouth, you want to make sure that you're constantly trying to look at them. And a lot of times it's easier if you can have them turn their heads just a little bit and have them lay their heads on your chest. That will enable you to see their airway easier. So their nose, mouth, chest is the airway. And nose and mouth really need to be visible. They also should be sniffable, because when you sniff them, you'll get an oxytocin boost in your brain. And that's where they should be. High, sniffable, and kissable. Here's the back. And I don't have loads of hands-free time, but I can do something, and hopefully they've all cuddled against me and they're no longer crying. So this was 2 babies in an off-center front Tais tandem carry.